I was with Michelle. The baby delivered right on top of the Doppler. The equipment has a lot of holes in it, so the baby's vernix got all over the Doppler, and so I got to sit there and pick out with the 18 gauge needle all the vernix out of the holes of the Doppler. And I was like, awesome, thanks, Michelle. She always has something funny happen at her birth, and so that was probably one of the memorable ones. And then of course my first one was 22 hours long of labor, and so that one was really memorable.
We had 3 girls, and they were pregnant with their 4th baby, and they didn't know whether this baby was going to be a boy or a girl. The family was Spanish speaking, and I know a little bit of Spanish, but not enough to follow along with the conversation. But their whole family was there in the room. They were all so very excited during the labor, and I could catch little bits and pieces and kind of pick up on the jokes that they were telling here and there, and it was such a lively environment. And then when the baby was born, the baby came out, and the dad lifted the baby up and said, "It's a boy!" And everybody just burst into tears, and they were crying. We were all crying. Midwives were crying, birth assistants were crying. We were all crying. It was such an exciting moment. They were so thrilled, and even the 3 little girls, they were there, and they were so excited to welcome a brother into their family.
I was a student, and Melissa would always ask me, "Did you check if their water's broken?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course." Well, I really wasn't thinking. I really could have sworn this mom's water had completely broken, and I'm sitting at the foot of the bed. She's pushing. Everything is going great. She gives one big push, and Noah's Ark exploded all over me, and I was covered from head to toe in amniotic fluid. And I couldn't even open my mouth because I was afraid of what might fall in there. And so I just jumped. I looked at Melissa, and she couldn't laugh. And she said, "I have an extra shirt in the office." And that was that. I got up, I changed, I came back. The mom had her baby. It's never again happened.
Dad actually got into the tub with Mom, and that's kind of a narrow space in there, and it's super intimate. And it was as if we weren't even there. Like, they were just so in love with each other and what was happening that he was just handling it, and we were just kind of like spectators, and it was just beautiful.
In the last few years, there's been an abundance of return second generation families. We welcomed a baby in this room, and I had served the mama. This was her 5th baby. And the grandma herself had given birth here, and one of her sisters had given birth in this room a few times, and her other sisters are always gathering round. I just feel really lucky to be a part of that view and that moment in time with them. Seeing grandbabies come is just really incredible for me. I'm really loving it and feeling blessed and privileged.
The husband and the wife are looking at each other so intently, and he's so into her, and he's just encouraging her, and she's so focused on him that she delivered her baby and didn't even know she delivered her baby. It was the absolute most purest, beautiful moment that I think I've ever experienced.